Guys, in the last session, we started discussion related to file handling. So the common file operations, creating a file, writing the data to the file, reading the data from the file, deleting the file. These are general operations we are going to do in every programming language. To perform file operations, Java language provided one predefined class called file class that is available in java.io package. Now, file class contains set of methods here. Here we can pass file f is equal to file f1 is equal to new file of file parent comma string child. What is the purpose of this line? What is the purpose of this line? First is used to create a file in the given directory. In which directory your program will execute, in the same directory file will be created. What is the purpose of this second line? Creating a file inside the another directory. Inside the file class, there are several methods available. Create a new file, mkdir, list method, delete method, is file, is directory. Like that, there are several methods available inside the file class. Good. What is the purpose of is file method? To check whether it is a file or not. To check whether it is a file or not. Is a directory method is available? What is the purpose of that? To check whether it is a directory or not. Is file method, is a directory methods are available. For yesterday's assignment, this is the solution. Right? Yesterday I have given a requirement. For that requirement, you need to use these methods to understand whether it is a file or whether it is a directory. Good. Here I'm trying to create a file by using create new file method. When the file is created, it will return the status. If a file already available, it will not create. If the file is already available, it will not create. If the file is not available, it is going to create and it will return true. So this will create one file, this will create one file, this will create one directory. It is used to create the directory. Inside the directory, I'm creating another file. Good. Next one. Here we are writing a program which is used to list the content, of the given directory. F.list method. It will display all the files and directories available in the given path. When it is printing, if that given name is belongs to a file name, you need to print a file colon name. If the given name is a directory name, you need to print like this. Did you complete that task? Yes. Now see here, demo.java, we are going to give path. We are going to give the path of the location. From this location, I want to read the content. From this location, I want to read the content. This is the program which will read content. Okay, let me execute this program directly. cmd java space demo.java java space demo. It is displaying all the content, but whether it is a file name or whether it is a directory name, I want to print it. Now, in order to do that print, whatever the name we are getting, convert that name into file object. Whatever the name we are getting, convert that name into file object. File f is equal to new file with given name. File f is equal to new file of given name. First I am giving the path. From this path, I am creating a file object, file.list method, which is giving a string array. That string array I am iterating by using for each loop. For each element in the array will store into a variable. Each element of the array will be stored into name variable. It is just a name. Whether it is a file name or whether it is a directory name, we don't know. Now we need to understand whether it is a file name or whether it is a directory name. For that, I am passing this name as an input for file object. So it will be represented as a Java file. Once it is represented as a Java file, then I can call if f dot is file. If f dot is file, okay. Else if f dot is directory, f dot is file or is directory, okay. If it is a file, then simply I will print like this: system.out.println string concatenation file. That's it, okay. If it is not a file, then it will comes under directory. System.out.println, it is simply a directory. So this is the solution for yesterday's task. Got it? Observe. So I'm having a main method. Inside the main method, I'm creating a file object. Using that file object, I'm calling list method. String array is equal to f.list. Once I got the array, I'm using a for each loop to get the data from the array. Once I got the data from the array, for each name, I'm creating a file object. Will it create the file or it will just represent a file object? It will just represent a file object. Once I represent that as a file object, I can check is it a file or is it a directory. Is file method available? Is directory method is also available. Okay. Now let's end this loop. So this is else if start point, end point, if start point, if end point, loop start point, loop end point, main method start point, end point, class start point and end point. Perfect. Now run this program. Java C demo.java, file f is equal to new file already defined. Okay, this variable is already available in the method. I can't use the same variable f1, f1, f1. I'm renaming the variable. Java C demo.java, then Java space demo. What happened? f1 dot is file, system.out.println file name, f dot is directory, yeah. Can you guys see the screen now? Can you guys see the screen now? Yes. File f1 dot is file. I just want to print the name only, right? f1 dot is file, f1 dot is directory. I want to print the name, just this name only I want to print. This name only I want to print. Okay, save the program. Yeah, guys, so I think they are not able to see the screen. See this, I'm trying to write the program for yesterday's requirement. What is the yesterday's requirement? Write a Java program to display content of the given directory. If that file is if that name is a file name, you need to display like this. If that is a directory name, you need to display like this. Now, first of all, I want to get the content of this path. File f is equal to new file. I'm giving the path as a input. So it will represent that location. It will represent that location. Then I am calling f dot list method. I'm calling f dot list method. What is the purpose of f dot list method? Which is used to get all the content of the given path. Which is used to get all the content of the given path. First, let us print that name. For each loop, I am using string name colon array. String name colon array I'm giving. So from this array, one by one, I'm printing the names. Right. How to print that name? System.out.println of name. It is yesterday's program only. From the given path, it will get the content and it is going to print the name. So it is going to print both the file names as well as directory names. Let's execute the program. Java C demo.java. Java space demo. Can we see it is printing all the names? But here, which are the directories, which are the files, we don't know. If it is a file, I want to print file colon name. If it is a directory, I want to print directory colon name. For that, here, instead of printing the name directly, I'm going to represent file F1 is equal to new file with a given name. Okay, whatever the name I am getting, with that name, I'm creating file F1 object. File F1 object. After creating the file F1, can we check whether it is a file or a directory? Can we check whether it is a file or directory? Now go to our JSC API. Go to JSC API and see what are the methods available to check that. This is my JSC API, java.io package. Go to file class. Go to file class. Inside the file class, check the methods. Is it a file or is it a directory? What is the method available? Is a file and is directory. Okay, whatever the name I got, with that name I am representing file object. So this line will create the file, or it will just represent a file object with the given name. It will just represent the file object with the given name. Now I want to go for if f1 dot is file. If f1 dot is file, I want to print the name of that. How can I print the name of that? System dot out dot println. System dot out dot println file. Okay, plus just name I'm going to print. Okay, suppose for example, if f1 dot is directory, if f1 is a directory, then what I will print? System dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. I will print this as a directory. I will print this as a directory, not required. If it is a file, this line will execute. If it is a directory, this line will execute. Save the program. Is file, is directory, we are calling. Is file, is directory, we are calling. Now java c space demo.java, java space demo. Why we are not getting any output? f1 dot is file, f1 dot is directory, f1 dot is file. Yes, if it is file, we should get this. f1 dot is directory, we should get this output. Why no output coming? No. F file, f is equal to new file, f dot list. We got the names right. Array we are getting. From the array we are iterating. I'm getting the name. With the name I am representing a file object. f1 dot is file, then it should print it. If f1 dot is directory, it should print it. Anything missing? Double slash sahi hai. Else if that is not required, that is not required. Java C demo.java, Java space demo. No. Huh? No. No need, man. Because whatever the name I have, that name I am representing as a file. F1, I want to understand it is a file or it is a directory. Okay, 1 minute. Let me debug this program. Let us see. One brace is missing. Kahan? Let me check this. Okay, I'm creating a file object. I'm getting the list of that. I got the string array. I'm getting the each name. That each name I'm representing as a file. Again, file one. File one is representing a file or is a directory. System.out.println, system.out.println. Run this. Not getting any output. F comma name. Ah. Right. So we need to represent the location. What is the path? Yes. So file F1 is equal to new file F comma name. When I give F, this is becoming a parent and this is becoming a child. Correct. So it is available. This name is not available in the current location. This name is available in this location. So we need to pass a parent and we need to pass child. I got it. Yeah. So actually when I am running this program, it is checking in the current location, is that file available or a directory available. In the current location, that file and the directory not available. Where the directories are available? Directories are available in this given location. The directories are available in this given location. So we need to pass the parent path and we need to pass the name. Now run in the command prompt javac demo.java java space demo. Yes, everything is coming as a directory. Why everything coming as a directory? In that location only directories are available. Let me go to that location. Let me create one text file, new text document abc.txt, abc.txt. Now let's run this program. Javac space demo.java java space demo. Yes, abc.txt coming as a file name, remaining things are coming as a directory names. Yes, so this is the correct program. Earlier I was not passing this f object, I'm just passing the name. When I just pass the name, it is checking in the current location, that is a file or directory. But wherever my program is running, in that location files are not available. The files are available in this location. So I need to represent as a parent path and I need to represent the name as a child path. So now observe, I have a program, file f is equal to new file, it is taking the path. This is my directory path. From this directory, I want to get all the content. By using list method, I'm getting all the content. When I call the list method, it is giving string array. What is the purpose of string array? It will give the names. All the file names and directory names will be displayed as a array. I'm trying to iterate the array by using for each method. I'm trying to iterate the array by using for each method. Here I just got the name, but I want to represent that as a file to understand whether it is a file or whether it is a directory. For that I'm using file f1 is equal to new file. If I just pass the name, what is the problem? It will check in the current directory whether it is a file or directory, but it is not available in the current directory. It is available in the some other path. That path I am passing as a parent, name I am passing as a child. So it will represent actual file. It will represent actual file. After representing actual file, I'm checking is that is a file object or is that is a directory object. If it is a file, print a file colon name. If it is a directory, print a directory colon name. So this is the solution for yesterday's assignment. Got it? Yes. Solution for yesterday's assignment. Perfect. How many of you done this? Same approach or different approach? different approach, anything. I mean, there are multiple ways to do that. This is one of the solution. Good. Look at this. Huh. Yes, that is, where is the demo.java file available? I did not get you. Current directory files and directories, correct? Whenever you go for IDE, the dot class file will be created in the bin directory. That is a different path. Without using predefined method, how can you differentiate whether it is a file or directory? You can't do that. You need to go for those predefined methods. Is file method to check whether it is a file or not. Is directory method to check whether it is a directory or not. Okay. Perfect. Good. Anything? Yes. Fine. So with this, we are able to understand how to work with the file object, how to create a file, how to create a directory, how to list the content, how to delete the file, how to check whether it is a file, how to check whether it is a directory. Then after, we started our discussion related to IO streams. Can you guys tell me what is the purpose of IO streams? IO streams are used to perform operations on the file. We have a Java program and we need to perform operations on the file. I want to write the data to the file and I want to read the data from the file. So in order to perform the operations on the file, there should be some connection between our Java program and the file. This is my Java program and this is my file. So we need to establish some connection between Java program and file. Java program and file. Okay, how we are going to establish that connection? By using a pipe. What is that pipe? IO stream. Input stream and output. Input and output operations we can perform. So we are going to use a concept called IO streams. IO streams. IO streams are divided into two types. What are those two types, guys? Byte streams available and character streams available. Byte streams available and character streams available. In the byte streams, again, we have input stream and output stream. Input stream is available and output stream is available. In the character stream, we have reader and writer. We have reader and we have writer. Input stream and output stream. Character stream. Reader is available and writer is available. Byte streams. Input streams available, output streams available. In the character stream, reader is available, writer is available. When to go for byte stream, when to go for character stream? When we are dealing with binary data, then we need to go for byte stream. When we are dealing with character data, character stream. Now, first we will see how to work with reader and writer. So we have file reader, file writer, buffered reader, buffered writer. There are several classes available. Perfect. Now, I want to see what are the methods available in the file writer. I want to see what are the methods available in the file writer. Can you see? File writer is what class? Abstract class. Extends from what? Writer. Abstract class for writing filtered character streams. The abstract class of file writer itself provide the default methods that pass the request to contained stream. Okay, constructor. What is available now? File writer. Create a new filtered writer. Okay, it is expecting a writer object. Close, flush, write, write, write. Okay, there are several methods available to write the data. What is this method? Write method. What is the purpose of write method? Writes a single character. Write the single character. Now let's go to our demo.java. Let's go to demo.java. Now I want to write the data to the file by using file writer. Write the data to the file by using file writer. Okay, file writer, fw is equal to new file writer. I'm giving a name called abc.txt. Giving a name called abc.txt. Let me go for io.star. Okay, any class which is required from IO package, I'm importing. Import java.io.star. I'm using file writer fw is equal to new file writer abc.txt. Okay, let's try to compile this program and check this location. Java C demo.java. Java space demo. What happened now? What happened now? Text file is created. So whenever you go for file writer class, if you give the name with the given name, if the file is already available, it will use that. With the given name, if the file is not available, it will create the file. You can pass the file name like this, or you can pass a file like this. File f is equal to new file of abc.txt. You can pass file object as a parameter. You can pass file object as a parameter, or you can pass direct name also like this. For example, data.txt. I'm passing a name called data.txt. Data.txt. Okay. Now let us see here. I'm deleting this. I'm deleting demo.class also. What we have? Demo.java. In the demo.java, what is that? File writer fw is equal to new file writer of data.txt. Okay. Now compile this program. Java C demo.java. Now run the program. If I run the program, what will happen? Java space demo. It is creating a file with a name called data.txt. So what is the behavior of the file writer? Yes, with the given name, if the file is already available, it will use that. With the given name, if the file is not available, it will create the file. Now, inside that class, there are methods available. What are the methods? What are the methods available? Write method is available. What are the method available? Write method is available. Now, by using these write methods, can we write the data? What it is expecting? Write into C, into value it is expecting. Into value it is expecting. Now let us see here. One character it is expecting. Okay, fw dot write of character A. Fw dot write of A. What I am passing? A. It is a character, single character. Okay. Now see this program. Java C demo.java, Java space demo completed. Go to this data.txt. Anything available? Is it writing the data or it is not writing the data? It is not writing the data. The reason is once you perform the write operation, you need to call flush method. Forcefully, we need to send the data to the file from the stream. In the pipe, in the stream, we are sending the data, but we need to flush it. Whenever you flush, forcefully, the data will be sent to the file. After you are doing that write operation, you need to perform flush. Fw dot flush. Fw dot flush. What is the purpose of a flush? What is the purpose of flush? Flushes the stream. So completely it is going to send the data. Completely it is going to send the data. Now let's go to data.txt. Yes. F dot write of A, fw dot flush method we are going to call. Java C demo.java. Java space demo. Completed. Now open this file. Can you see character A is coming? If you just to call the write method, it is not writing the data. After writing the data, you need to use flush method. What is the purpose of a flush method? To send the data completely. Even the last character also should be sent. Now here pipe is available. We are sending the data from the Java program to the file. Here we are using file writer. In the file writer, we have a write method. What is the purpose of write method? To write the data to the file. But is it writing directly? No. After writing the data, we need to call flush method. What is the purpose of a flush method? Send the data forcefully to the file. From the Java program, forcefully, I want to send the data to the file. For that, we are using flush method. Okay. Then after, it is highly recommended to close the file writer. Once you close the file object, what will happen? Once you close the file object, what will happen? The link between the program and the file will be removed. The link, whenever you create object like this, it will establish a link between Java program and the file. I open the file, file writer will open the file. If the file is available, it will open. If the file is not available, it will create and it will open that file. fw.write, it is used to write the data. fw.flush, send the data forcefully to the file. After sending the data forcefully, we are calling close method. fw.close. What is the purpose of fw.close? Remove the link between our Java program and file. Got it? Yes. Now, I want to write one message. I want to write one message to the file. Hi, good evening. Hi, good evening. How to write it? How to represent that? Can I call fw.write H, fw.write I, fw.write G, O, D? What we need to do? Sorry? Write method is available. What that write method is taking? Int it is taking. It is taking write a string of int of comma int length. Write character array offset comma length. Write a portion of array characters. Close method, flush method. It is extending the properties from which class? Writer class. Can we check, is there any method available in the writer class to write the data? Write method directly available in which class? It is available in the writer. File writer is extending the properties from writer. So directly, can I use fw.write hi, good evening? Hi, good evening. Okay, guys. So I'm calling write method. What is the parameter I am giving for write method? String. This method available in the file writer or it is available in the writer? Available in the writer. Okay, good. Now let's go and check this. Close this file. Yeah. Data.txt, delete this file. I have deleted that file. Now this is my program. File writer fw is equal to new file writer. What is the behavior of this line? What is the behavior of this line? It is going to represent a file object. If the file is already available, it will open the file. If the file is not available, it will create the file and it will open that file. Okay. fw.write method. What is the purpose of write method? To write the data to the file. Already we are writing the data to the file. Then why flush method? Forcefully send the data to the file. From the Java program, forcefully send the data to the file. For that we are using flush method. Okay. fw.close. Remove the link between. अब अरे यार वो बंद करो उसको. दिमाग खराब कर रहा है. Yeah. fw.close. What is fw.close? Remove the link between Java program and file object. Correct. I'm using fw.write method. Okay. Yes. Java C demo.java Java space demo. I completed that. Now go here, data.txt. Can you see the message? Hi, good evening. Am I able to write the string also? By using which method? Directly write method. fw.write, hi, good evening. Hi, good evening. So writing the message to a file using Java program. Java program to write the data to the file using file writer. Java program to write the data to a file. Java program to write the data to a file using file writer class. Using file writer class. Like this, can we write multiple lines also? Can we write multiple lines also? Yes. Now see here. I want to write multiple lines. If I write once again fw.write, what will happen? Hi, good evening. How are you? How are you? I'm writing like this. fw.write, hi, good evening. And I'm writing, how are you? Close that file object. Now run this program. Run this program. Java C demo.java. Java space demo completed. Go to here. What happened? It is just appending. It is just appending the data at the end of the file. Is it deleting the old file, creating a new file? No. Now can you understand what this line is doing? Is it recreating the file every time? No. File is already available. If it is already available, just open the file, append the data. If the file is not available, create the file and open the data. So when I use this file writer, are we going to lose old data or we will not lose old data? We will not lose old data because file writer is intelligent. File writer is intelligent. With the given name, if the file is already available, just open that. If the with the given name, if the file is not available, create the new file and open that. Now from now onwards, to create the file and write the data, do I need to use create new file method? Do I need to use create new file method? No. Why? Internally, file writer is taking care of that. It is going to check that file is available or not. If the file is available, open that. That's it. Don't create. Already it is there. Don't create it. If the file is not available, create that and open that. Good. Save this. But here, if you see, it is writing the data in the same line. But I want this message in the next line. I want this message in the next line. This message should come in one line. This message should come in the next line. How to do that? \n, new line. What we need to use? New line. fw dot write of /n. /n. What is this /n represents? It represents a new line. Let's try. Okay. Hi, good evening. Then write up /n. Write up, how are you? Try this. Java C space demo.java. There is a problem. Okay, save this program. Java C demo.java. Java space demo completed. Now open this program. Yes. Are we able to write the data in the next line? Yes, we are able to write the data in the next line. So how we are representing the next line? /n. If I use /t, it will give the just a tab space. It will give the tab space for a message. If you give /n, it will go for the new line. After writing this line data, it will go for the new line. Then it will write the data. So if you want to write the data to the new line, you need to give /n. /t means tab space. /s means just a space. /s means just a space. /t means tab space. /n means new line. Good. Okay, it represents new line. It represents new line. Perfect. Huh? Huh. No need to do that. FW dot write, it will internally it will use a buffer concept. It will maintain the data. Guys, understood how to write the data to the file using file writer? Yes. Next one, I want to read the data. I want to read the data. Already a file is available, demo.java. Let me run this program. Java C demo.java, Java space demo. Yes, file is created, file is having data. Now I want to write a program to read the data. Leave this. Now I want to write the program to read the data. So do we have any class called file reader? Yes, we have a class called file reader. File reader. Able to understand my point? File reader is available. Good. Now let me use file reader. File reader fr is equal to new file reader. What is our file name? Data.txt. File reader fr is equal to new file reader. We are giving data.txt. Now inside this file reader, do we have any methods? What is the method available? Read method. What it is going to read? It is reading a single character. File writer also will write the data character by character. Reader will read the data character by character. Performance wise, speed or slow. Performance wise, these are very slow. File writer writing the data character by character. File reader reading the data character by character. Fine. Now tell me the logic to read the data. Fr dot read. Okay. What is the return type? What is the return type? Int. Okay. What is that int? Let's see. Int I is equal to fr dot read. System dot out dot println of I. System dot out dot println of I. Now magic will happen. Java C demo dot java, Java space demo. What we are getting as output? 72 number of characters. Do we have 72 characters in the file? Do we have 72 characters in the file? It is giving, it is reading. When I use file reader, observe, I'm using file reader class to read the data. File reader fr is equal to new file. File reader fr is equal to new file reader. I'm giving the file name. What this reader will do? It is going to load the file with the given name. Whatever the name I am giving, with that name, it is going to load the file. After loading the file, I'm giving fr.read method. What is that fr.read method is doing? It is reading first character in the file. File reader is reading first character in the file. What is the first character in the file? Capital H. Capital H. Now, is it printing H as the output? It is printing 72 as a output. It is printing, it is reading first character. The first character it is representing as a I. That is the ASCII value of the H. That is the ASCII value of the H. Now we can see ASCII numbers for alphabets. ASCII values of alphabets. ASCII values of alphabets. ASCII values of alphabets. Now see here, capital H, what is the ASCII value? 72. In the computer language, it is 72. Okay. In the computer language, this binary code is a 72. ASCII character of the capital H is 72. So whenever you call the read method, it is reading that character ASCII value. Capital H is the first character in the file. That's why we are getting 72. If it is a small h, 104. A 97, small a 97, capital A 65. So this is ASCII table. I will share this table. Okay. So whenever you use file reader dot read method, it is reading ASCII character into value. Can I convert into data to char data, ASCII number to character? Typecasting. Typecasting. Here we need to perform widening or narrowing. Char int. I have a int. Int should be converted to character. Think. Widening or narrowing. 4 to 2. 4 to 2. We are going to perform a narrowing. Narrowing. Right? Fine. Yeah. Now this I is a int value. That int value I need to represent in the char value. This is a typecasting. Converting the data from one format to another format. How I am doing this? Char. Excuse me. Yes, I have I value. I is representing the ASCII number. From the ASCII number, I want to get the alphabet. Okay. Char I'm using as a typecast operator. I'm giving I. Now see here. Java C demo.java, Java space demo. Yes. Are we able to get the H now? Yes, we are able to get the H. But how many characters I'm reading now? Only one character. Only one character. I want to read all the characters. How to read it? Come on. In this program only. The read method will read only one character. Na? Okay. Is it extending from reader? Extending from reader. Is there any method available? Read, int, ready, reset, skip. Is there any method which will read it? No. So what is the option we have? We need to read the character. Whenever you go for file reader, you can read the data character by character only. You need to read the data character by character only. But in the projects, is this recommended approach? Recommended or not recommended? Not recommended. Why it is not recommended? It will take lot of time. It will take lot of time. If my file is having 1 GB data, by tomorrow our program will complete. If I start the program today, by tomorrow it will complete. Why? Read the first character, then read the second character, read the third character, read the fourth character, line by character by character, it is going to read the data. That's why performance wise, it is very slow. Performance wise, it is very slow. Fine. Still, can you write the logic to read all the characters? Yeah, tell me how to read it. Can you try the logic on the book? In this approach only, I want to read all the characters of the file. I want you to read all the characters of the file by using file reader. Read all the characters of the file by using file reader. Come on. Read all the characters of the file using file reader. Try the logic. Think. Online people also try that. Guys, daily you need to carry the notebooks. कुछ तो कुछ टास्क तो मिलेगा आपको. You have to carry the notebook. Try the logic to read all the characters of the file by using file reader. Write the logic. Why you need to convert primitive to array? No need to convert. Think, think. I is representing first character. Now you need to read all the characters. Completed. Loop. Simple. Guys, see here. How to read the data by using file reader. I have a file. My file is having 2 lines of data. I'm going to use file reader. File reader fr is equal to new file reader data.txt. When I use this file reader, it will open the file. The pipe will be created. Java program and file pipe will be created to read the data. Once the pipe is created, I'm calling read method. I'm opening a tab. Okay, read method means open a tab. Then what will happen? Data is started coming. From the file, data coming to Java program. All the data coming are only first character is coming. Only first character is coming. Why it is getting only first character? That is the behavior of the read method. Read method will read only one character. That character also, is it giving as a character? Is it giving the ASCII number? It is giving the ASCII number, but I want to print it as a character. Can we convert the ASCII number to the character? Yes, by using typecasting. What is the typecasting? What is the typecasting? The process of converting data from one format to another format is called typecasting. Process of converting the data from one format to another format is called as typecasting. Are you clear? Good. Now, I want to read all the characters. First of all, you know from where to start reading. You should know where to end also. If you know how to end the program, logic is clear. Okay? When the file having the data, it will give the character as a ASCII value. Once you reach it to end of the file, it will give -1. Okay? When this file is empty, what it will give? -1. If the file contains the character, it will give the ASCII value of the character. If your file does not have any character, or if you reach to the last, if you reach end of the file, then it will give -1. Okay, good. Now, how can we write the logic for this? Int I is equal to fr dot read. What is the meaning of I is equal to fr dot read? It is reading the first character. Well, I need to write a loop if I not equal to -1. If I not equal to -1, then what I will do? I is equal to fr dot read. I will reinitialize the I variable. That I variable I will convert into character. I will print it. This is the logic. Understand? Not able to understand, huh? Yeah, let us see. First test it. Is this logic working or not? Let us test. Java C demo.java. Oh, there should not be any space. Okay. Java C demo.java compiled Java space demo. What happened? Are we able to read all the characters? Yes, we are able to read all the characters. Yes. 1 minute. हाँ, इधर डालना पड़ेगा. हाँ. Okay. First, now observe. Here I am using print ln. Everything is going for the next line. If I use the print method, same line. Save this. Java C demo.java Java space demo. Hi, good morning. How are you? Are we able to read the data? Yes, we are able to read all the characters. How I am reading all the characters? Observe. File reader fr is equal to new file reader data.txt. What is this file reader is doing? It is opening a file. A stream is created. Between my Java program and the file, one stream is created by using reader. What is the purpose of reader? Reader is used to read the data. Reader is used to read the data. I am calling I is equal to fr.read. I is equal to fr.read method. It is giving I ASCII number. Now here while I not equal to -1. What is the purpose of while loop? While loop is a conditional loop or while loop is a range based loop? Conditional based loop. That means first I am reading one character. If that character ASCII value is not -1, then print that character. Then read the second character, replace the I value. That means when this line is executed, it will read only first character. If that I value not equal to -1, condition satisfied. When the condition satisfied, it will print that value on the console. First character printed. After printing the first character, what I am doing? I am reading the second character. Can I say I value will be reinitialized with the second character? I value will be reinitialized with the second character. Then again loop will execute. Second iteration. Second character not equal to -1. Yes, it is not equal to -1. Condition satisfied. Print the second character. After printing the second character, what will happen? Read the third character. It will replace the I value with the third character. Third character not equal to -1. Yes, condition satisfied. It will read all the characters. After reading all the characters, when it reaches to the end of the file, what will happen? There is no character. Then it will give -1. If I not equal to -1, condition failed. Program will terminate. Okay, good. After doing this read, it is better to close. Always resources should be closed. Whatever the resource you open, it's mandatory you need to close the resource. Why we need to close the resource? If remove the connection. Why we are removing the connection? Others can establish the connection. Don't lock it. Don't lock it. First you do open. You open the file. You read the data. Once your operation is completed, close the connection so that other programs can use the same file object. Now save this program. Javac space demo.java, Java space demo. Yes, we are able to read all the characters. समझ में नहीं आया? Right, not recommend. We'll come to that next process. Are you able to understand the program first? How to write the data to the file? How to read the data from the file? Reading the data, writing the data is very common operation. Reading the data, writing the data is very common operation. Okay? Common operation. Common operation. All right. File reader fr is equal to new file reader. Fr.read. What is the meaning of fr.read? Read the first character. That first character also it is giving as a ASCII number. How I am converting ASCII number to character? Typecasting. System.out.println of char of I. Why I am using I not equal to -1? If it is an empty file or if there are no characters, read method will return -1. If it is -1, what is the meaning? If the condition satisfied, what is the meaning? File is empty. If I use I is not equal to -1, what is the meaning? File is empty. No need to read anything. If I not equal to -1, there is some data. Then print that data. After printing the data, read the next character. Always it will read next character. Read next character and reinitialize I variable. Now it is going to read the next character. It is going to reinitialize the I variable. If I not equal to -1, print the data, read the next character. If next character not equal to -1, print the data, read the next character. Loop will execute. Rinse and repeat. It is rinse and repeat. Once I reach to end of the file, this read method will give -1. If I not equal to -1, then only execute. If I value is -1, that means the file is completed. The data is completed. No need to read anything. Got it? Yeah. Observe the logic. How to? I did not get you. Initially every character it is printing and it is going to the new line. I kept a print method. It is printing everything in the same line. ASCII value for the space. Yeah, it will be there. Special characters also will have some ASCII numbers. I did not get you. Space Unicode character will be there for the space. /U002 Unicode character will be there for the space, that is default value of the char data type. Buffer reader. Come on guys, able to understand how to read all the characters of your file using file reader? Yes. Is this recommended solution or not recommended solution? Not recommended solution. Why it is not recommended solution? Slow. Java program to read file data using which class? file reader class. So Java program to read the file data by using file reader class. So this is not the recommended approach. Why it is not the recommended approach? It is reading the data character by character. It is a time consuming process. It is a time consuming process. If a file is there with a 10 GB data, it is going to take lot of time. It will take lot of time. Now, how to improve the performance? I want to read the data line by line, not character by character. I want to read the data line by line, not character by character. In order to read the data, line by line, we are going to use buffered reader. We are going to use a concept called buffered reader. So this is my Java program. This is my Java program. Okay. This is my Java program. And here I have a file. This is my file data. File is available. Now I want to establish a connection between my Java program and file. How we are establishing the connection between Java program and file? File reader. We are using a class called file reader. When I use a file reader, what is happening? It is establishing a stream. It is establishing a stream. What is the problem with the stream? What is the problem with this stream? It is reading the data character by character. If I read the data character by character, program will take lot of time to read complete data. We need to improve performance. We need to improve performance. To improve the performance, we are using a class called buffered reader. Already we discussed in the basics how to read the data from the keyboard, right? Input stream reader is connected to buffered reader. Last time when we discussed our keyboard data reading, what we have done? We created a class called input stream reader. ISR is equal to new input stream reader. New input stream reader of system.in. What is the purpose of that? Connect Java program to the keyboard. Connect Java program to the keyboard. Then we are using buffered reader BR is equal to new buffered reader of ISR. Then we are using BR dot read method or read line method. BR dot read method, BR dot read line method. What is the purpose of BR dot read method? Single value. To read a single value, you will go for read method. If you want to read group of characters, read line method. Now, I want to read the data from the keyboard or I want to read the data from the file. I want to read the data from the file. So do I need input stream reader or I don't need it? We don't need it. Earlier, we want to read the data from the keyboard. That's why we connected input stream reader class with the keyboard. That input stream reader we are connected to the buffered reader. Buffered reader is a mediator between the Java program and keyboard. Buffered reader is a mediator. Buffered reader directly connecting with the keyboard or input stream reader connecting with the keyboard. Input stream reader connecting with the keyboard, buffer reader connected with the input stream reader. Now I don't need input stream reader because I have a file. I have a file. File reader FR is equal to new file reader, that is data.txt. That file reader object I will pass to buffer reader. Earlier we are passing input stream reader object to buffer reader because I want to read the data from the keyboard. Now I don't want to read from the keyboard. I want to read the data from the file. So file reader will connect to the file. Buffer reader will connect to the file reader. Buffer reader cannot talk to the file directly. Buffer reader cannot talk to the file, cannot talk to the keyboard directly. If a buffer reader want to read the data from the keyboard, input stream reader is required. If a buffer reader want to read the data from the file, file reader is required. Okay, how we are going to establish this connection? First, Java program will connect with the buffered reader. Buffered reader will connect with the file reader. That is the connection. Now, this is buffered reader. This is buffered reader and this is our file reader. So Java program is talking to buffered reader. Buffered reader is talking to file reader. File reader is talking to file. Got my point? What is the advantage if I go for this approach? Yes. Buffered reader is providing the methods to read the data line by line. But buffered reader cannot talk to the file directly. Buffered reader is a mediator. Java program will talk to buffered reader. Buffered reader will talk to file reader. File reader will talk to actual file. Got it? Now, how to write the code for this? First, we are going to use file reader fr is equal to new file reader. Pass that file name. Pass that file name. File reader is created. Then in the fr we have a method, read method. But what is the problem with that method? It will read the data character by character. It will read the data character by character. I want to read the data line by line. I want to read the data line by line. Then what I need? I will use buffered reader. I will use a buffered reader. Now, buffered reader can talk to the file directly, or buffered reader cannot talk to the file directly. Cannot talk to the file directly. Buffer reader BR is equal to new buffer reader of file reader. What I am doing in this line? I am connecting buffer reader to file reader. File reader already connected to file. File reader connected to file. Buffer reader connected to file reader. Now we have br.read line. What this br.read line will give? One line data completely. It will give one line data completely. Clear, guys? So what is the recommended approach to read the files? Buffered reader. Why not file reader? File reader will read the data character by character. Buffered reader will read the data line by line. In the interview, they will ask you, what is the difference between file reader and buffered reader? File reader is used to read the data character by character. Buffer reader is used to read the data line by line. By using buffer reader, you can read the data from the keyboard. You can read the data from the file also. If you want to read the data from the keyboard, connect that buffer reader to input stream reader. If you want to read the data from the file, connect that to file reader. Are you getting my point? Yes. Now, can we write a program for that? Can we write a program for that? Remove this code, not required. Okay, file reader fr is equal to new file reader. What is the purpose of the file reader? What is the purpose of the file reader? It is used to establish the link between Java program and my file. Yes, file reader fr is equal to new file reader data.txt. It is able to establish the link between the file and program. That file reader I am passing to buffered reader. Buffer reader dot read line. What is the return type of the read line method? String. What is that string? Line. What is that string? Line. Let me print it. System dot out dot println of line. How many lines it is going to read? How many lines it will read now? Only single line. Okay. Buffer reader is available in which package? IO package. I'm using IO.star. All right. Java C space demo.java, Java space demo. Hi, good evening. But my file is having 2 lines. How many lines it is reading? Only 1 line. I want to read all the lines. How can I read all the lines? Loop. We need to go for loop. When to terminate the loop? -1 now. If it reads single character, it is a -1. Now it is reading a line. break. When to stop it? When you will know that file data is completed. How you will know that file data is completed? If you use file reader, if you get -1, end of the file. But am I reading character? Am I reading line? Can I go for -1? No. If the file data is completed, read line method will give you null value. Okay, if the file is empty, it will give the null value, or if the file data is completed, it will give the null value. While line not equal to null, what is the condition? If the line not equal to null, then only I need to read it. See this, while loop line not equal to null. When I will get the null value? When the line is empty. When the line is empty, I will get the null value. While the line not equal to null, system.out.println of line. Okay. Now, is this program work out? If I execute this program, what will happen? Only first line will print, huh? Okay, see this. Java C, I'm doing a magic again. Java space demo. Infinite loop. My program will never terminate. My program will never terminate. It is an infinite loop. Why it is going for the infinite loop? पहले इसको बंद करो. Control C is used to stop the infinite loop. See here, Java space demo. It is printing. It will never stop. It will, if my computer is shut down, then only it will stop. If I have a charging in my laptop, after 10 years also, program will keep on running. It is an infinite loop. How to stop that infinite loop now? Control C, break it. I have stopped that infinite loop. Why it is going for infinite loop? Can you check it? What is the mistake in the program? Let them think. Praveen, stand up. Why it is going for infinite loop? Why it is going for infinite loop? Come on. Read the code. Understand. Tell me the problem. Huh? If equal to null, you will not get anything. Na? First line is not null. Yes, man. Spets. Stand up. Tell why it is going for infinite loop. Why it is going for infinite loop? What is there any problem in the code? No problem. अरे अगर प्रॉब्लम नहीं है तो आउटपुट आना चाहिए ना. हाँ, क्यों इनफाइनाइट आ रहा है? Why we are getting infinite output? Oh, blue t-shirt. Huh. Why it is going for infinite loop? Huh? We have to break when it is null. How to break? I'm just asking why it is going for infinite loop. Simple, guys. Here I am having data.txt, which is having one line. Data is available. File is not empty. Now When I execute br.readLine, what will happen? It will read the first line. First line contains data. So first line is null or not null? Not null. While line not equal to null, condition satisfied? Condition satisfied. Entered in the loop. After entering in the loop, what it is doing? Printing the line. After printing the line, again what it is checking? Same line it is checking. Are we reading the next line? Always we are checking the first line is not equal to null or not. Understand the problem? String line is equal to br.readLine. It is reading first line. First line not equal to null. Printing the line data. After that again it is checking first line only. Checking the first line already printed. Again it is checking first line not equal to null. Printed. Again it is checking first line not equal. Always first line not equal to null. Always it is true. It will never end. It will never end. What I need to do now? Huh? Next line को read करना पड़ेगा. How to read the next line? Where to read the next line? Where to read the next line? Huh? Inside the loop or outside the loop? Outside the loop. Simple, man. After here it is reading first line data. Reading first line data. Checking first line not equal to null. After checking first line not equal to null, it is printing the first line data. After printing the first line, it should check first line not equal to null, or it should check next line not equal to null. Next line not equal to null. So can I do like this? Line is equal to br.readLine. Katam. It is reading next line. Reading next line and reinitializing line variable. That's it. Completed. Now see, observe the flow. br.readLine, it is reading first line data, storing into line variable. Line not equal to null. That means file is not empty. File is having some data. It is condition satisfied. It is printing the first line content. After printing the first line content, this variable should hold the next line data. Okay, line is equal to br.readLine. Once after printing the first line is equal to br.readLine. It is reading the next line data. It is reinitializing the line variable. Once loop is completed first time, it will execute second line data not equal to null. Yes, not equal to null. Printed the second line data. After printing the second line data, I'm reading third line data. In the third line, there is no data. It is a null value. Loop is terminated. Only 2 lines available. Those 2 lines it will print. If you have 3 lines, it will print 3 lines. If you have 100 lines, it will print 100 lines. After reading the first line, you need to replace this variable with the next line data. Then only it will check the next line not equal to null. Got it? Yep, sit down. Java C space demo.java. Java C space demo.java. Java space demo. Are we able to read it? Yes. Huh. Empty line is different story. Suppose see, if I write like this. Okay. No. Whenever I enter, there is some ASCII number for that. That will be considered as a data only. It is an empty line. If you delete this, if you hear my cursor is ending, this is end of the file. If I enter here, that will be considered as an empty line, not null. Null is different, empty is different. Empty means there is no data. Null means nothing. Okay. Now, if I give some empty line, it will read that empty line also. See here, I'm giving, how I am giving empty? I'm entering. When I enter, that means some characters are there, empty characters. Save this. Java C demo.java, Java space demo. See those spaces, that empty lines are coming. When it will consider null, reach end of the cursor, last. It reaches to this end. If this reaches to this end, then it will give null value. If it is here, it is empty. It will read that. It will read that. Yeah. Now look at this program, buffered reader. File reader is recommended or buffer reader is recommended? Buffer reader is recommended. Why buffer reader is recommended? It will read the data line by line. It will read the data line by line. Got my point? Yes. Okay. Reading the data from a file using buffered reader. Java program to read file data using buffered reader. Java program to read the file data using buffered reader. File reader will read the data character by character, whereas buffered reader will read the data line by line. File reader will read the data character by character, whereas buffered reader will read the data, line by line. File reader will read the data character by character, whereas buffered reader will read the data line by line. Now assignment. For you people, you understood file reader, you understood file writer, you understood buffered reader. Assignments. First one, write a Java program to find how many characters, how many words, and how many lines of data available in the file. Okay, you need to take a file, you need to read that file. In that file, you need to understand, you need to identify how many characters available in the file, how many words available in the file, how many lines available in the file. Got my point? No. Just ignore the space, ignore the spaces. Don't consider the spaces. Comma, full stop also is a character for me. You need to find out how many characters available in the file, how many words available in the file. Space you can consider as a word separator. Space you can consider as a word separator, and how many lines of data available in the file. That is one program. Second assignment, write a Java program to read two files data and write it into third file. I will give you 1.txt, 2.txt. You need to read the data from 1.txt, 2.txt. That data you need to write into 3.txt. You need to read the two files data and you need to write into third file. Okay. Third assignment, write a Java program to find common words available in two files. Okay, common words available in the, I will give two files, I will give some names. Okay, so file 1 contains some people names, file 2 contains some people names. You need to find out the people whose names are repeated in two files, common names, the names present in the two files that I want. Got my point? Yes. Write a Java program to find how many characters. Guys, learning is different, implementation is different. Everybody understood what is file reader, what is file writer, what is buffer reader, but only 50% of the people will do the assignment. Remaining 50 people will fail. That maturity you need to get. You need to improve that logical skill. Logical thing, discussing theory is waste of time. Always you need to keep the focus on the programming. Okay, we understood what is file, what is file reader, what is file writer, what is buffer reader. By using these three concepts, you should be able to write the three programs. If you can write these three programs, that means you are good in file handling. You can deal with any file in the project. Right. What is my first assignment? Write a Java program to find how many characters, how many words, and how many lines available in the file. You create one file, you read that file, you find out how many characters are there, how many words are there, how many lines are there. This is basically word count program. Word count program. Okay. Next one. Write a Java program to read two files data and write two files content into third file. Write a Java program to read two files data and write two files content into third file. First file data, second file data. You just need to append the data. Write a Java program to find common names available in two files. Take two files, names 1.txt, names 2.txt. Take some common names in the two files. Your program should find out which names are repeated in both files, which names are available, which name available in two files. File 1.txt, file 2.txt. Take some names in the file 1, take some names in the file 2. Which name is available in both files, that you need to find out. Write a Java program to find names which are available in two files. You understand? Now, what is my requirement is, here I will take Ramu, Raju, Ramesh, Suresh. Okay? Yeah. Here, this is file 1. This is file 1.txt. Now here I will take Ganesh, Mahesh, Raju, Ashok. Now this is file 2. This is file 2.txt. You need to take two files, file 1.txt, file 2.txt. When I run this program, what outputs I should get? Just Raju. Raju is the name which is available in two files. Raju should be the output. There can be more than one name which is available in both files. You need to find out that. Can you do that? Yeah. If you can develop these three programs, we are good with file handling. Let's try. For tomorrow, these three are the assignments. Before coming to tomorrow's session, work on these three programs. Thank you guys. With this, I'm stopping. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class.